to Moontime Devotions. After a long-awaited pause, we promised bi-weekly episodes, and we had some technical difficulties, as you saw. But now we are back with our next guest. As you can already hear him, he's very excited to be here. So without further ado, here we go, folks. Get ready and get Moontime Devotions. We're going to tailspin to the end of the world. Well, hello. Welcome to Moontime Devotions. What's your name, Mr. What do we call you?
Ultra the Dragon.
Ultra the Dragon. Wow, thank you so much for coming on the Moontime Devotions. Man, you are just, what do you like to do for fun, for a living?
I guess a lot of things.
Yeah? Well, go ahead. Elaborate.
I run a YouTube channel. It's not that big yet, but it's got somewhat of a following.
Okay.
And I like to deep think about a few things and, well, pretty much chill.
Oh, anyway, like I said, we're real happy to have you on the show, and so.
No, don't handcuff me. Oh.
You're a jokester, we can tell. So you got a YouTube channel, and we want to know more about this. Go ahead, if you could tell us more.
Well, as you know, as I just introduced myself as Ultra the Dragon.
Very true.
Same goes for the YouTube channel's name. And It's a gamer channel.
And it's a gaming channel.
Yes.
So what kind of games? Tic-tac-toe, Pizza Hut, which one?
Well, you don't want to put the pizza in the hut, so it's basically like Call of Duty and a few other things.
I guess that's true.
Just don't call my duty.
Oh my goodness. Not on the Warzone, huh? That's what they mean by that.
Warzone Mobile is actually no more.
Oh, really?
The original lived out its successor, so.
Oh, wow.
RIP Warzone. Sad.
Very sad. Well, that's a shame to hear that Warzone is gone. You know, I really like playing that game. I know that despite the Pizza Hut talk, that gas is pretty dangerous stuff.
Yeah, don't put the hut in the pizza and don't put the pizza in the hut.
That's right. It's oven baked, baby. We don't want that. Not on a Tuesday morning, at least.
And don't give me double on Fridays.
Oh, and don't get me triple on Sunday.
Don't give me quadruple on the next Sunday over.
Yep, that's true. It's almost kind of like a nutshell in cement. You know, you thinking almonds or
Put the
fajitas?
lime in the coconut, mix it all up.
Put the lime in the coconut.
And then add a banana to it, and you really got cooking something nutty.
That's very true. Very, very true. We
Then
love
you
it.
got
We love to hear
crazy-
these kinds of things.
Then you got crazy with bananas.
Yes.
Then you got very wild scenario.
Bananas. Yeah, absolutely bananas. So, what do you think about the Panasonic tailspin, state of the world?
Light bulbs going dim.
Yeah. Yeah, do you feel like the light's going out?
Yeah, and people are just, going crazy, freaking hogwash wild. It's like there's something wrong with the world nowadays, Just wish it could all go back to what it was.
How so?
Well, for one, people were out freaking rioting on the streets, like on a daily basis, like they are now. And politics didn't really freaking matter as much.
Do you think we could blame TikTok for the war in Israel?
I don't want to say it was TikTok's fault, but I mean, Israel and, it's been in war freaking beginning of time pretty much. So, just blame war itself.
Yeah, it's ever since Abraham.
The Wabba who?
Oh, Abraham? You know, he did the whole, the flood and the tablets and the ring around the rosy, pocket full of daisies.
Don't you mean,
yeah.
the Moses or
Yeah,
whatever.
the Mosaic Abraham. Or Rabaham, excuse me. Rabaham.
The staff that turned into a shepherd.
That's right. There we go. The staff that turned into a shepherd. You are very educated on this matter. What do you think?
Burning bush. Just don't burn my bush.
Very much so. We don't want to burn anyone's bush. Not today.
Yeah, but what type of bush was he burning? Because he's supposed to talk to God within that bush, so he must have been freaking doing some hard-ass drugs.
No, that's very much true. It's like a controversial kind of thing. I mean, biblically, I don't know how much of what we can continue to count on as when it comes to statistics and how the world can change culturally. You know, is this a biblical implication that is really making the war and the political collapse of certain countries? Or is it this burning bush analogy that you said? You know, what is it? Is it the attitude of the people, or is it the seats in which they sit in?
There's very few people out there that still follow their hearts. But those people, they're not in the world of darkness as most of everybody else is. They're in the world of beauty, love, and light. Me, I follow my heart, and I used not to, but when I started to, I seen the world a lot better, a lot beautiful, more vibrant in color, everything. So when people step out of that world of darkness into the world of beauty, light, and love, it's a lot better place, even though a lot of people remain in the darkness.
Well, I gotta say, that is very poetic and very beautiful. I really think that the state of the world could use more positive affirmations like the ones that you just told me. Yeah, please, I'd love to know more. Now, where were you born and raised? What was your biggest influence in life growing up?
Born in Lebanon, Oregon, and I was raised and I still live here in Albany. But my influence,
Almost like you died and rose again.
kinda, yeah, but my influence really wasn't anything, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I used to be a troublemaker, a delinquent of just that's to say. And just one day, it's like I got a divine intervention and was flooded with unknown knowledge of love. And after that, I started thinking and changing my life for better. Because before, I mean, yes, my life was a living hell based on my own choices that I made. But and then when I started to think deeply on the matter, a mantra came to mind, and I wrote it down. It's
A little bit of Buddhism.
well, spirituality actually.
Okay.
But the slightest glimmer of light can shine as brightly as a beacon in the darkness. In other words, even though all may seem lost, never lose hope. Light and hope represent the love that resides in everybody's hearts. The eternal flame burns brightly, never let its flames die out. And along with that mantra is a belief system, kind of like the Trinity, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, but it's my interpretation of it. It's called the three coins of balance.
Right,
Yin
right.
Yang, law and order, love and time. Yin Yang represents the balance. Law and order keeps that balance in check, while love draws everything and everyone together, while time keeps us moving forward, helping us learn, grow, and evolve.
Well, goodness. Ultra, Dragon, this is quite profound information that you're telling me about. I don't think I've ever seen anybody come on this show quite like this and share some spiritual wisdom as much as you have. It's very interesting to me how you managed to keep the light glimmering, even though the world is so terribly dark as charcoal, if you can believe it.
Well, part of my mantra, as I said, even the slightest glimmer means even the slightest flicker can still be a guiding light.
That's very true. You know what we like to call it on this show? We call it bingo breath. Bingo breath means you're on the winning side. Bingo breath means you're on God's side.
Well, I mean, you mentioned God, right? Ancient tribal cultures believe in the Great Mother, right?
Very true.
And then a lot of Asian cultures believe in the Almighty Dragon. So, in a way, if you put two to two together, what happens if God is not just one being, but two? The Cosmic Mother who created everything we see, and the Cosmic Dragon who breathed life into her work.
Oh my goodness.
So when we take a breath, we are inhaling and exhaling the breath of the cosmic dragon that he gave to us.
Now, how many scales are in this scripture?
As much as there's stars in the sky, I guess.
Wow.
I mean, infinite.
Infinite. Goodness gracious. Well, that's one big reflection of many centuries going by in the time scale of things. It's kind of a 30-second defrost, you know, if you're to the left and to the right.
Right. And I'm not one to ever give in to defeat, even if defeated. My soul is, let's say, it's kind of like a great dragon and the never dying phoenix. Every time I feel like I am at rock's bottom, I always spring forth back to where I was before I hit rock bottom. Kind of like the phoenix when it dies, it's reborn from the ashes. But the determination and willpower is unbreakable, that of a dragon. So no matter how many times I fall, I always get back up.
So in a way, you're almost invincible in the sense of your resilience, despite everything going on.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Wow.
But no matter how many times I fall down to despair, I always find my way back up. So,
Man. Well, that's something that I would say is kind of like calling tacos by name, you know. It's really a jellyfish upgrade when it comes to the world of being in the sea and such. There's sea urchins and there's seals and there's stingrays. But sometimes you can rise again as like a great whale, right? A big whale. Big whale. You know, and the Bible talks about a man who lived in a whale for 3 years.
why is Moby Dick coming to mind?
Moby Dick, huh?
That, I mean, it's a good analogy, but I wouldn't say a whale to say. I mean, when you mention a whale,
Right.
a character from Legend of Zelda did come to mind, though.
Sure. Well, I was thinking biblically more of Abraham. He spent 3 days in a whale, and that's where he found his first 3 wives, I believe, which repopulated the earth around 1148, I think.
Wait,
BC.
I thought Abraham, no, not Abraham, what's his name?
Rabaham.
No, not Moses, but
Oh.
the Ark.
Oh, the Ark. Yes, the Ark. The Great Ark.
Well, in my analogy, you know how Venus and Mars was Earth-like way back when?
Sure.
What happens if the Ark was not a boat as what we think it is? Because, you know, the Earth is a lot older than we say it is in our current history, and same with humanity. What happens if the Ark was a spaceship from Mars? Because, you know, if you do a scientific study on the soil, the surface soil of Mars resonates of that of a nuclear winter happened, like a nuclear war.
Wow.
What happens if the Ark was a spaceship of sorts to bring the survivors and surviving animals to Earth?
Almost like a clergy of reptiles coming in a spacecraft somewhere out there and landing here. And it resembles other planets.
Well, who's to say it wasn't, right? I mean, supposedly the eluding planet X that comes around ever so often came here once, and the inhabitants came here seeking gold to help fuel, to keep their atmosphere intact. What's to say when it comes around in so many hundreds or more years, which they say it is on its route back, coming close to Earth, they don't come back again. And
Well, maybe it making its rounds.
who's to say that they are what we consider the gods, like Egyptians and all the other people speak about? And who's to say, because you know the saying, Jesus will return, maybe that's where Jesus went to when he disappeared.
Fascinating stuff. That's a
Because,
point
you
of
know,
view.
They say
Never heard.
Jesus is the Son of God, right?
Sure.
So-called, like Hercules, a demigod.
Right.
So why not he go back home, and then when it recycles back around, it comes back.
I like to think Hercules is kind of represented by a hammerhead shark, because it's kind of a hammerhead with fins.
I don't know why, but I just got Super Mario popped in my head.
As you were saying, it's kind of these supernatural beings, these higher powers, these higher authorities, if you will. Sometimes they take rounds, sometimes they come around and they don't come back. That's
Right.
it. And you just never know what's going to happen. But earlier you said something about X, Planet X, right? So speaking of X, what do you think about X? You like Twitter? You like Musk? Give me your opinion on Musk and Twitter and X. Go ahead. We'd love to hear it.
Well, my X file is X-rated files. Let's just say that. It's all rated XXX.
Your
definitely.
X files or?
Yeah, my X app is full of X files.
Oh wow.
Stuff that shouldn't be on there, but it is, and well,
Do you think that's Elon Musk's fault for uncensored X?
well, he does censor it to a point. As long as it's legal, anything legal goes. If it's not legal, he takes it off. So, in a way, it's not fully uncensored, but it is. So, I wouldn't say it's his fault. It's just a lot of horny people in the world, I guess you could say.
Wow. Oh, well, I guess that's why they call it SpaceX, huh? X marks the spot. For all the.
Well, talking about SpaceX, have you ever looked at the SpaceX flag?
I've never looked at the SpaceX flag. Now, I'm interested in this. Please, now.
Well, if you ever looked at it, and if you know anything about Star Trek, it will ring a bell right off the freaking bat.
Oh, wow. My
'Cause
goodness.
the
Are you
ship-
suggesting that there's some kind of space travel going on behind the scenes that we don't see?
It
in
might
the Musk
be, or
universe?
a lot of people believe, because in the story of Star Trek, the Federation took place and began on Earth. SpaceX is at the beginning of Star Trek. I mean, if he takes the symbol of the little communicator badges and puts it on the SpaceX flag, I mean, who's to say we are not in the very, very early beginning of the Federation of Star Trek?
Huh. That is very true. I have no arguments towards that. Honestly, quite the Trekkie myself. It's a good show, and I could see it very much being real, very real.
And also, if you're really into Star Wars and you really dive deep where humans come from in the galaxy of Star Wars, it's a funny thing because in all the planetary systems they never mention Earth, but in the context of the humans, they all come from Earth originally. So that is a really weird brain teaser there.
Wow. Watch out, Darwinism.
Yeah, right.
Would you call yourself a patriotic person? Are you proud of this country?
I mean, as things are going at the moment, not really, but yeah, I see myself supporting the country, but as politics go, I'm more of an independent, to be honest. But I do lean more towards the right than the left. I mean,
So you're more of an independent, not a corporation.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there
Just wanna clarify.
is a reason behind it. I mean, the very first president, though he was considered back then a Federalist, though in a way he was considered what we call now an independent. George Washington was the first president and the very first independent president to ever be. So that's one reason why I chose to be an independent in my politics. look on everything, so.
I think it's a very fair view on politics because, you know, quite a bit can happen within a country's history when it comes to leaders and reform and the decisions of the people. Do you
Right.
think America's always maintained its freedom, or do you think it's starting to disappear?
I think it's sways back and forth, but one thing that gets me in the legal system, as they say, innocent before proven guilty, but it's actually the reverse of that. It's guilty until proven innocent. And what's up with that?
That's very true. I think we should maybe have some reform about that when it comes to our political atmosphere here in Americas.
All right.
Yeah. All right, folks, and we're going to take a little break here, and we're going to give a little chance to our sponsor, rather, Starbucks Coffee. Here we are, folks.
No, we just
It's the
need
best
some
coffee in the
lemon
world.
buds.
It's our best promotion that we have, and we're going to have our guest actually come here and try it. So here,
No,
come
no,
here.
no, no,
Come here,
no.
Ultra
We just
Dragon.
need-
Here you go. Try it out. It's mocha flavor. Mocha. Mocha.
Well, it definitely puts the mo in the car.
Wow. Absolutely.
That's some good stuff.
Not bad, huh? Yep.
But why not within the mocha?
Yes. It's like a
That's the
moat.
mocha.
It's like a moat in a castle.
You
ever
can
do
say that.
Absolutely. Like a moat in a castle. I really like
Cut
dancing
in the
around the
mocha
moat in a
CC.
castle. Here, let's both take a drink together, huh? You go first and then I'll go. Yep, let's see how,
You got a double straw?
oh, I don't got any straws, unfortunately. We're grasping at all of them that we can. But, here we go with the mocha again. Let's do another take of that. Oh my goodness. How's that? Yummy, huh?
It's too much chocolate, but yeah.
Is it too much chocolate? I don't know. So yeah, what do you think about let's just put it this way. Now that we were talking about the sea creatures and X and planet space and spirituality and all these things, let's take it back to Under the Blue Sea. And I don't mean Little Mermaid, baby. But honestly, we want to know, what kind of soda does a jellyfish drink? You know what I mean?
Electrolyte soda.
Electrolyte soda.
But a pufferfish like spiked soda.
Wow. You really blew that one out of proportions, I gotta say. Thank you, Ultra Dragon. That's a very sweet little way to close our show. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have because Mr. Ultra Dragon has a place to be. And so, well, we really were glad to have you here. Thanks again for coming.
All right.
We'd love to have you again. When's the next time we can have you on the show?
Just call me up and I'll be when I can.
Absolutely, then. And that concludes our little mini episode of Moontime Devotion. Again, thank you folks for Starbucks Frappuccino, and Ultra Dragon's beautiful Ultra participation in the Moontime Devotions as a legendary guest. We'll never have one quite like him again.
Hang loose, my people.
There we go, that's right.
Sure,
Until next
sure.
time, it's the state of the world, the Panasonic state of the world.